What's up YouTube, it's PO. This is my third review and I'll be doing a review on this nice one here, the Classic. It's a very nice phone, and before I get into it, just want to let you know a little history of me. I'm not a BlackBerry fanboy, but I've been using BlackBerry since the Curve 8330 came out, with the 2 belt. And I've used every BlackBerry that came out with Verizon since up into the Bold 9930, and you can see the 2 belt, and all the other Blackberries between these have 2 belts also, except the Storm. But I never used the Storm. I'm just talking about keyboard wise. So before I moved to BlackBerry 10, I was a little skeptic because I was so used to the 2 belt. So when the BlackBerry 10 came out, the Q10, see the no 2 belt, so it's just all gesture based, and it was actually a good transition. So I've been using the Q10, and then I picked up the Passport, and as you can see, there's no 2 belt. So I got used to the gesture base, just like I got used to having a 2 belt, and I was skeptic about not having a 2 belt, and it worked out fine. And then now, since I got used to the gesture base and no 2 belt, I was kind of skeptic about getting the Classic. But I'm just gonna say, you get the best of both worlds in the Classic. So all the gestures you're used to on a BlackBerry 10, you get them on here as well. So you could swipe up, get a peek of your messages, check your battery, swipe to the right, you're in your hub, scroll up and down just like you would in a regular BlackBerry 10, swipe back to get to where you're going. You can go into an app, and you just swipe up, and to get out of it, click the little X to close it. So all the gestures that you're used to with BlackBerry 10 and with no 2 belt, they're all here still. And you swipe down, you bring the quick settings menu. So all that is still here. Now I'm just going to show you everything using the 2 belt. So with the 2 belt, you can get back and forth. You can just swipe over, see the blue highlight right there. And there, you can swipe right to get your apps. Swipe left to get your hub. If you don't want to touch your screen at all, you just use the trackpad. You can swipe slowly or you can swipe fast. And it scrolls really good. You want to get back to your home screen, you just hit the back button. You want to go into your app, you want to close it. See, you can swipe, use the trackpad to scroll up and down, side to side. And if you want to get out of it, you just hit the back button to minimize it, and then you hit the back button again to close it. So this phone, like I said, is the best of both worlds. You could touch your screen all you want and don't use the 2 belt at all, or you can never touch your screen and just use the 2 belt, and it gets around really good. I was actually surprised on how well the 2 belt works with BlackBerry 10, because when BlackBerry 10 came out, it was just gesture based. But it really silenced my skeptic about using a 2 belt on BlackBerry 10. The battery life on here is excellent. I had this phone on Christmas Day, and I get extra messages and phone calls on Christmas Day that I normally get. And from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed, I still had 39% left on the phone. So it's a good battery. Not only is this phone good for business, but it's good for personal as well. With business, of course, you have the messaging, great messenger, great phone quality, great emails. Everybody knows that about the BlackBerry. But as a consumer, for a little downtime, you want to kill time, there's many things to do. We have Instagram, or iGram, but you could download Instagram as well if you like. You could scroll with your 2-bar, with your trackpad, or you scroll with your fingers. No different. You get the best of both worlds with this phone, as I mentioned before. There's also a good web browser to kill time as well. You want to search through the web. It's a really good browser on here. Search your favorite blogs or favorite website. Here's what the same exact website looks on a Classic and on a Passport. So you can see. We have YouTube, where you can check out my BlackBerry Passport full-on review. And actually, that's a more in-depth review, because everything you can do on the Passport, you can do on the Classic as well. I'm just not going in depth with this, because I already did it on the Passport. So you should check out my review on the Passport. But we have YouTube, as you can see. And you got the 2 bars there, the black bars, but still, it's very viewable still. I mean, I'm 38, my eyesight's not that great, but I can see the screen just fine. And as I mentioned in my review with the Passport, there's a host of Android apps and games that you could download. I'm just not big on apps and games, so I don't have a whole lot of stuff, but that doesn't mean you can't get it if that's what you're into. What comes down from a phone for me is just the basic use. And the basic use on this is very awesome. But with that said, it's good as for consumers as well. You have Instagram, you have all the social networks you could think of. You could download on here. You have videos. You have YouTube. You could, like I said, you could download games. You could download music. You have Amazon Music Store. You have Spotify. So that takes care of all your music and everything. What I really like about the trackpad, let me show you guys. You lock your phone. Hold on. You lock your phone. So you can lock your phone. And then you swipe up, and if you're using the picture password for your security to get into your phone, like if you touch the screen and you move and you get it wrong, you see it'll warn you, okay, you made a mistake, you made an attempt. But if you use the trackpad, you can scroll to wherever you want. You can scroll to wherever you want, and it won't count as an attempt until you actually click on the trackpad. And voila! If anybody can guess my password, I'll be more than happy to give you my passport. If you could guess what my password was to get into my phone. Okay, now the question is, which phone would you want to get? If you're coming from any of the older BlackBerry models, of course, these 2 phones, your Passport or the Classic, or the BlackBerry wise, are the best update that you're gonna get. If you're coming from an all-touch phone and you just want to try something different, you want to try a keyboard or go back to having a keyboard, and you're deciding which one you want. In my opinion, these are like the Kardashian sisters. You can't go wrong with either one. But with that said, my choice would be the Classic, and the only reason why is because of this, what you're seeing, the one-hand use. I don't know how. And using 2 hands with the Passport to type, of course, is an easy adjustment. But there's just nothing like being able to just hold your phone in one hand and type with the thumb. If you're used to having a keyboard, that's what you're used to. Except you couldn't do that on the Passport because it's just, well, my thumb's not that far to reach. See, I'm holding it a little, and I can't get that last row right there. So my choice would be the Classic. Yes, you lose a couple of specs, but in your day-to-day use, you're not going to tell the difference. I mean, unless you give it a test, then you'll see the difference. But when you're just using it for your daily use, like emails, messaging, phone calls, listening to music or watching videos, searching Instagram, you're really not going to tell a huge difference. So my choice would be the Classic, only for the one-hand use, and it feels really good. But like I said, you can't go wrong with either one. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Please subscribe to my BBM channel, and leave any comments you would like. Thank you. I'm out. Have a good one.